Welcome to Rapid Movie Recaps, the YouTube channel where we spoil the latest movies with a side of snark and a dash of sass. Hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and click the bell icon to turn on notifications, because who wouldn't want to be notified of our latest witticisms? And don't forget to check out our Super Chick merch below, because you know, we're all about that self-promotion. Join us as we roll our eyes through the rest of this oh-so-original sequel in the Scream franchise. Fade into a house in Woodsboro, because nothing says creativity like revisiting the same old town for yet another sequel. We're introduced to our first victim, character Tara. She's home alone, just like the protagonist in every original slasher movie ever made. Groundbreaking stuff here, folks. Tara's phone rings and she sees an unknown number. She's like, who even uses landlines anymore? And ignores it. But the phone rings again and again, because it wouldn't be a Scream movie without a relentless phone stalker. So she answers, and surprise, surprise, it's a creepy voice asking about her favorite horror movies. Can we get a slow clap for originality here? The voice calls himself Charlie, which is totally not suspicious at all. He claims to know Tara's mom and has heard all about her through good old mom. Because of course, moms just love gossiping with potential serial killers. Charlie then grills her about the stab movies, and Tara's like, those are so 20 years ago. She's all about elevated horror now. Talk about a millennial movie buff. But Charlie doesn't care about Tara's pretentious movie tastes. He tells her the first stab movie started with a girl home alone, answering an unknown call and playing a twisted game. At this point, Tara realizes she's living in the most meta horror movie ever and promptly freaks out. In a panic, Tara hangs up and activates her home security system because nothing says safety like a few cameras and an alarm. She texts her friend Amber, who, for some reason, knows about the landline call. Plot twist, it's not Amber texting her. What a shocker. So our dear hacker friend Charlie is now holding Tara's friend Amber hostage. He forces Tara to play a game of stab trivia because apparently he has nothing better to do on a Friday night. Tara nails almost every question, but of course, she messes up the last one. Classic horror movie move. Now her BFF is in mortal danger. Way to go, Tara. Tara rushes to save Amber, but surprise, surprise, Ghostface is right behind her. Seriously, how does this guy always manage to sneak up on people? Must be those ninja skills. Anyway, Tara gets attacked, but she's saved in the nick of time by the sound of approaching police sirens. Phew, that was a close one. Cut to sunny California, where we meet Tara's estranged sister, Sam. She's been MIA for 5 years, but now she's back to help Tara out. Sam and her boyfriend Richie head to Woodsboro, and we get some thrilling exposition about the stab movies. Richie hasn't seen any of them because, you know, he's the cool, aloof boyfriend. At the hospital, Sam and Richie meet up with Tara and her Scooby gang of friends. We learn Sam used to babysit them, which is totally relevant and not at all a forced connection. Sam offers to stay with Tara at the hospital because who needs sleep, am I right? Later, the gang hangs out at a bar, where Amber spills some tea about Sam's troubled past. Apparently, Sam is bad news, and Amber is convinced she's a threat to Tara. In walks our next victim, a creepy dude who's been stalking Liv on social media. Chad steps up and kicks the guy out, because who doesn't love a good old-fashioned bar confrontation? But wait, there's more. Our creepy stalker dude takes a bathroom break behind the bar, classy, and an unknown figure shines a car's headlights in his eyes. He investigates, and boom, Ghostface strikes again, stabbing him in the jugular. Another one bites the dust. Over at the hospital, Sam and Richie are looking for some grub. Sam takes a pit stop at the restroom to pop some antipsychotic meds because why not throw in some family drama for good measure? She sees a bloody apparition of her dad in the mirror, who's all, when are you gonna tell your sister the truth? Oh, the suspense. Sam gets a call from Amber, but surprise, it's Charlie on the line. Sam immediately knows it's her sister's attacker and challenges him to come at her. Plot twist, Ghostface is already behind her. Can't these people look over their shoulders once in a while? A thrilling fight ensues and Sam manages to escape. She finds a sheriff who checks the room but finds nothing. Enter Sheriff Judy, Woodsboro's finest, who questions Sam, Richie, and Amber. Richie and Amber throw accusations at each other, but Judy shuts them down. Amber and her friends were being interrogated about the bar murder at the time. Alibis all around. Sam spills the beans to Tara about their family drama. Turns out, Sam found out her mom was pregnant with another man's baby in high school. That man, none other than Billy Loomis, the original Ghostface. This revelation tore their family apart, and Sam became a recluse. Richie overhears this bombshell and promises to stick by Sam. Aw, how sweet. Sam and Richie visit Dewey, the former sheriff who survived the original killings. Dewey's not exactly thrilled to see them, but he lets them in when Sam reveals she's Billy Loomis' daughter. Nothing like a good old-fashioned family reunion, right? Dewey, the ever-helpful former sheriff, dishes out some stab movie survival rules because, real life always imitates movies. The most important rule? The first victim's friend group has the killer in it. Sam asks Dewey for help, but he's like, nah, I'm good. That is, until he chats with his pals Sidney and Gale, both survivors of the original killings, and has a sudden change of heart. Off they go to visit Tara's friends at Wes' house, where they chat about killers, motives, and Sam's shocking revelation that she's Billy Loomis' daughter. Mindy, our resident horror nerd, suggests the killer is trying to make a requel. Originality at its finest. They also deduce that all the victims have connections to Billy Loomis. What a surprise. When everyone leaves, Sheriff Judy gets a call from our friendly Ghostface, aka Charlie, who threatens to kill her son Wes. In true horror movie fashion, Wes doesn't pick up his phone because he's in the shower. Mom tries to save the day, but Ghostface stabs her on the porch. Wes, blissfully ignorant, leaves the shower and faces Ghostface. Spoiler alert, it doesn't end well for him. Sam shows up just as the cops are bagging the bodies and meets Gale, the reporter behind the stab story. Worried for her sister's safety, Sam heads back to the hospital with Dewey in tow. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Tara hears a commotion and suspects something's up. She rips out her IV and hops into a wheelchair just as the power goes out. Classic horror move. She rolls through the hospital and finds a dead cop at the receptionist's desk. Shock and awe, right? Tara, our plucky wheelchair-bound heroine, hides in a room where she finds Richie, only for Ghostface to crash the party. After a brief scuffle, Tara makes a break for it while Ghostface is distracted by a phone call. Really, who doesn't have time for a chat during a murder spree? Sam and Dewey arrive on the scene just in time to save Tara from Ghostface. Dewey, ever the hero, brawls with the masked killer and shoots him a few times for good measure. But alas, he forgets the golden rule. Shoot him in the head or they'll come back from the dead. Distracted by a call from Gale, Dewey meets his gruesome end. Sidney shows up fashionably late, and Sam decides it's time to check out of Murder Hospital and skip town with Tara and Richie. Gale and Sidney ask for her help, but Sam's like, nah, I'm good. But Sidney, always one step ahead, plants a tracker on Sam's car. Can't let a perfectly good horror movie go to waste, right? Asthmatic Tara conveniently can't find her inhaler, so they head to Amber's house, which is also the site of a super tasteful memorial party for Wes. With Chad and Liv getting frisky on the couch and Mindy hosting a stat watch party, it's a night to remember. Or forget, depending on your taste in parties. Chad, on a quest to find Liv, follows a link to an app that lets them see each other's location, because in this world, getting stabbed in the backyard is as common as a game of hide and seek. Ghostface, ever the party crasher, stabs Chad repeatedly. Tara, Sam, and Richie show up at Amber's party, which, let's be honest, is pretty much a disaster waiting to happen. Amber helps Tara fetch her inhaler, and Tara probably wishes she'd never asked. Meanwhile, Sidney and Gale speed toward the party because apparently they have a psychic connection to Sam's danger levels. Mindy watches stab alone when Ghostface decides it's time for a close-up. Sam comes to Mindy's aid, but the killer escapes. Amber, Tara, Richie, and a shaken Liv assess the situation, and the blame game begins. Amber gets tired of the charades, confesses to being the killer, and shoots Liv. Sam and Richie hide in the basement, where Richie reminds Sam there are always two killers. Sidney and Gale arrive, but Amber gets the drop on them, shooting Gale before running back inside. Sidney and Sam search the house, with Sam finding Tara tied up in a closet. But is Tara the second killer? Ghostface calls Sidney to drop another bombshell. There's a second killer. Sidney shoots through a door, hitting Richie in the leg. Oops. Ghostface attacks Sidney, but Sam gets the gun first. Richie, ever the drama queen, reveals he's the second killer. Surprise. His motive? He's a hardcore stab fan who thinks the sequels are trash, because obviously, the best way to revive a franchise is by going on a murderous rampage. Richie's master plan. Frame Sam as the villain who kills Sidney to avenge her dear old dad, Billy Loomis. Amber stabs Sidney, and they send her off to fetch Tara. But Tara ain't no damsel in distress. She fights back with her trusty crutch. The phone rings, and Sam tells Richie it's for him. Classic misdirection. Amber faces off against Gale and Sidney, who make quick work of her. Amber, now on fire, probably rethinks her light choices. Meanwhile, Richie and Sam have a showdown, with Sam seeing her father's ghost in a mirror. Spooky. Sam grabs the conveniently placed knife and stabs Richie in the face. Richie, still rambling about Sam being a villain, is probably feeling a bit silly at this point. Sam goes full-on slasher on Richie, slitting his throat and ending his life. Sam, Sidney, and Gale are doing their thing in the room with dead Richie. Sydney reminds Sam to shoot him in the head because, horror movie rules, Sam obliges, but then plot twist. Amber gets shot in the head by Tara, who's suddenly a sharpshooter. As the chaos dies down, police and medical staff swarm the house, miraculously finding Mindy and Chad still alive. Tara, ever the optimist, requests to be taken to a different hospital. You can't blame her for wanting a change of scenery. Sam thanks Sydney and Gail for their help, despite her earlier protests. In a moment of selflessness, Gail decides her next book will focus on Dewey's heroism and let the killers fade into obscurity. With the drama behind them, Sam and Tara head to the hospital, while news reporters swarm the crime scene. Cue the closing credits and a touching tribute to the late, great Wes Craven. May his horror legacy live on. Now you can own this delightful bloodbath of a film to watch over and over again in the comfort of your own home. Just click the link in the description below and become the proud owner of yet another slasher flick. Your welcome world. But hey, before you go, do us a solid and smash that like button. And while you're at it, why not subscribe for more rapid movie recaps? We promise to keep the sarcasm flowing just the way you like it. Thanks for watching, you beautiful horror-loving weirdos.